to Bizchicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hey everybody, welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place to be for tips, tools, strategies, everything you need to take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Yeah. Today is Tuesday. The digital diva is in the house. Terry Johnson online from New York City. She's right here right now. She's got some really good things for us today. We're going to learn and we're going to do. So get your pad, your pencil, your tablet, whatever you take notes on, and let's get ready to learn. TJ, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week. Marketing strategy talk, all the things we have to know to grow your business online. And, I always try to find marketing strategy stories and ideas and things that's going to help us with marketing strategy today, because everything is changing. I've been talking about the AI first world. I've been talking about we're moving away from followers, a whole bunch of things. So what I'm going to talk about this week, I'm trying to make sure that I get it right. And what I mean is that it's a volatile week. Like, things have happened. Not going to talk about them, but I want to talk about the experiences that I have and the things I've seen on social media as far as marketing and business wise, and with the AI first world we're in and the followers versus non-followers discussion. And it can be it might be I don't know, we've talked about it, how I've seen people, especially on Instagram, demand their chronological. Every time the CEO of Instagram comes out and says, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and very helpful and explaining, which he doesn't have to do, they still go, we want chronological. And I keep saying, we're not in that era anymore. We're not in the followers era. We are in the non-followers era. Interest-based marketing simply means that what you like, you will see more of. So I saw evidence of that this week. And it's not like I didn't know. It was just like I saw it in real time and I was like, wow. See? And I know people aren't seeing it. So I went to Facebook this week, which I never go to my personal to post things. I always, look at the business suite side of it, the analytics side of it, what's on my page, blah, blah, blah. And then I post stuff and I'm like, okay, I'm not really doing much there, which I should. But like I said, we're not perfect. And a lot of this week that I discuss is really like reinforcement for me to work on my personal brand. I'm doing it on my clients' pages and things, but it's like, there's only so much time. So I saw this when I went on my personal Facebook page and I posted some things and I interacted with a lot of people. I don't do that. And I saw something that really surprised me. That really, I was like, it was in action, real time.
Okay.
So I'm, going through, looking at things, following people, interacting, liking, commenting a little bit. And I saw that as I did that, every time I went back into Facebook, I got things, new posts from people that I didn't follow, pages I didn't follow, but they were all aligned with what I had liked. And it wasn't the same. You would think, oh, if I go, and this is the argument I hear, oh, you're putting yourself in a bubble. You're sticking your head in the sand. You're in a silo. You're not going to be exposed to anything new because you're just following the same old, same old. That's not how it works. And I saw it in real time. Yes, it will show me things that I like. But it will also show me content and posts from people I'd never heard of, that I never follow. But the content, the interests align. Now, YouTube has done this. This is YouTube's thing. YouTube will go, oh, you like that video about, and I'll use this example for me. I like the pasta grannies. I might have talked about them before. Pasta grannies. It's video where they go to Italy, different parts, talk about the regional dish and pasta, and they find this older person, usually like I've seen somebody that's 100. They make the pasta the way they made it 30 years ago or whatever.
Yep.
And it's entertaining because those are the things I like, cooking and travel. So when I watch the Pasta Grannies come back, I think it's called Pasta Grannies. I'm trying to remember the name of it. When I
Nona's.
huh?
It might be Nona's because there was a movie.
No. No, it's I know what you're talking about, but I think it's called Pasta Grannies. I'm gonna look in a minute.
Well,
so when I go back to Facebook, I get more Pasta Grannies, but I get exposed to what Fran was saying. There's a Nona's. No, there's something. Also, there was a movie I watched a few weeks ago about the man that his grandmother died or something, and he quit his job and made a restaurant.
Yeah, it was Nona's, and it was on Netflix. It was good.
Yes. Okay, was that so? That's the kind of stuff I like. But when I go to YouTube, YouTube says, "Oh, you like this? Okay, here's what you like. Here's your lobster dish or shrimp scampi or whatever you like. And when you come back, I got another dish for you that's similar. I want to see if you like it." And then they see if you like it. And they go, "Oh, you like that, huh? Here's some more." That's how YouTube has always worked. Okay? That's YouTube's strength.
This reminds me of we keep saying it, Google Pages.
Yeah.
Google and just the stuff that you like. There's just a lot of when you sign up for different apps now, like Substack and some other ones, they'll ask you, what are you interested in?
Yes.
Because they're going to serve up to you whatever you say you're interested in.
Right. And see, people think if I do that, I'm going to go to my favorite restaurant and I'm going to get the same dish. Like I like lasagna. I'm going to go Little Italy to the same restaurant that I love, and I'm going to get the same dish, and it's going to be boring. That's not what it does. It doesn't do that. It knows that if I say I like Italian food, it's going to try to give me Stanley Tucci. It's going to give me Nona's. It's going to give me Pasta Grannies. Anybody that's talking about cooking in Italy.
Yeah.
Regardless of how they present it. And it's presented different ways. So the fear was that if it's going to stay the same, and it doesn't. Go ahead.
So it's interest-based now.
Yes, it was always interest-based.
But your friends and family wasn't interest-based. So
we talked about this. Facebook said years ago, and I think I read it and I was so excited. I said this was the way for business owners, small business owners, to break through. Was they moved away from friends and family, but people were complaining about, who is this in my feed? I don't know you. And that was I have to look back and see whatever date that they was, because Facebook made this announcement. And I said that day that this was going to be the thing. It was going to help. And it has.
Yep. We got a comment here from our resident comedian, Mark. TJ is giving Olive Garden vibes again.
Hey, I got to make it appealing. I got to appeal to your senses. So I got to make this scene, especially in like the last, we're the times we're in. It's so volatile. Things change at the drop of a hat. Things are online. Social media, I said, is a tool, bad and good. Stay away from the bad if that's not what you want to see. If you don't want to see it, there's a down vote. There's a button that says YouTube says not interested. Facebook has block or mute or unfollow. I used a bunch of them this week. I did. So
because stuff comes up and Facebook it's almost, I was gonna say a fire hose coming at you.
It will give you, yes, but it will, if you like something, Facebook sees that is a touch point. We've talked about touch points, likes, follows, comments, and shares. Those are touch points. The algorithm AI looks at that. So yeah, you have to curate your feed.
You
do a lot of curating.
Mark said, "Give me one of them breadsticks."
Yeah, give us a breadstick. Those are good. So I
And
mean, go ahead.
Gary V talked about that. He said, "You are the algorithm now."
Hmm. Yeah, and this week proved that. I hope everybody seen it. I mean, I don't know. That's my experience. Has anybody have you gone online and done things on your personal, or you just avoided it?
Okay, everything is like that. You
Hmm.
go to the TV, Netflix. I call it the
Hmm.
Netflix effect. You go to Netflix, you watch a movie. If you thumb up the movie, they are going to bring you, we thought you might like this. And they keep
Yeah.
bringing more. Come, check this movie out. This one. And they will keep bringing you
Yes.
stuff like what you said you liked.
Yes. Netflix, Prime, all of the
All
streamers
of them.
do that. Why? It's to keep you interested. It's to keep you happy. It's to keep you watching for ads.
Yeah, ads. Because,
Lot
okay,
of ads.
now ads on Disney is really uncomfortable. I was
Really?
like,
I haven't watched. I had Disney, but I don't have anymore. So what is it like?
it's not great because you're watching a movie.
Is it in the middle?
They come and they break in like
Oh,
it's not like, okay, so Peacock and Prime will
mhm.
do, they'll say your movie will start after these ads
Yes,
at the
yes. Now
beginning.
that, yeah,
I
okay.
can deal with that.
Right,
These are not as quite like YouTube breaking in the middle. I was like, wait a minute. So you're watching the movie and it's like a legitimate commercial coming in the midst of breaking in through the movie. Not a
right,
lot of them, but they're still breaking in. I was like,
right.
this is not right.
See, that's now we're getting into user experience of this is why I don't like this streamer anymore. Because
Right.
do it at the beginning. Get them, knock them all out the way. Who does that? Well,
Prime.
HBO. I've been watching HBO Max. It's not an ad, but it's like a promo for another show or whatever. And I just
Right. And Paramount does that too. They put,
at the
and some,
beginning,
right. And
right?
I don't mind the 2 or 3 minutes at the beginning.
Yeah, because
I'm
I walk away and do something. I'm not watching that.
Well, and then sometimes it's like, okay, you getting your popcorn set up and you're getting
Yeah,
stuff
that's
set
what I
up
mean.
while
I'm
it,
going to you're at the concession stand, you play on all you want, but I'm not
yeah.
watching that. You can play on. I'm not watching it. So, but
But
those
they still, and they bring you ads about what you think you might want to watch. Like Paramount has new shows or something coming out,
right, and those are
and
interesting because it may be a show that I understand that. Maybe a show that I never heard of.
right,
And it
and
might
yeah,
catch me. Like when you go to the movies and there's the trailers, the coming attractions. Might
hmm,
be a movie I might want to watch that I never heard of. So,
exactly. So they're
right.
bringing that experience to your visuals at the house,
Yes.
or on your phone because they do it there too. But Disney is it was uncomfortable. I was like, Disney never. This is not normal
Right.
for Disney to
Right.
have commercials. I
But
guess they
see,
want me to upgrade.
they went to the upgrade. They realized they cannot go ad. Remember streaming was ad free. That was the in the beginning. Ad free. Now it's all with ads. And I believe I was watching like the beginning of the Emmys. I think they made a joke about that, like about the
I'm gonna have
streamers
to
and the
watch it.
ads and hmm?
I'm gonna have to go watch that because
I think I'm trying to remember because I was multitasking because because they said, oh, somebody was gonna be on the show. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep it on, but I'm gonna do my thing, and then so I think they made a joke in the beginning. It was some comedian I never heard of, but there were some SNL comedians there, so it was kind of a little entertainment. I have to go watch, but they were making a joke about the ads. Like I think it was might have said Hulu with ads. They made a joke about the ads now
Oh,
because
and see, I'm used to Hulu having ads because they came out with ads.
right,
Hulu came out the gate with ads. So
right,
okay, Disney didn't have ads.
right. So
So
now,
you're
but now they
watching,
do.
Right. So we watching the Princess and the Frog, and now we gotta add.
No,
Okay,
no.
come on.
Okay, so see, just a little sidebar. So when they do that, what does Disney do? They know they're annoying you. And if you have kids and you watch a Princess of the Frog, does the kid want to see a commercial? When they watch a Princess of the Frog or whoever, that's a direct line for you to go. I'm not doing this. I'm gonna buy the digital copy. I'm gonna buy the whatever copy. I'm
And
gonna
then,
buy the ad-free experience. See?
mhm.
That's what YouTube is like. You want the ad-free experience? Well, it's what was it? It was 11, now 13. I don't know what the price is. Then
It
they have
is.
another, yeah, they have another tier that's 7.
The $7.99 is the light, the
Yes,
premium light.
yes.
Then the $13.99, or
Is it
could
that
be.
the one with music? You have YouTube Music and YouTube.
No, that one. Well,
Oh,
13 or 17, one of those two, and it comes with
okay.
music.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. You should
Nice.
just give
Oh,
it to
yeah.
them at 7, because there's that. And then
Yeah.
they have the family plan where you can put 5 accounts on it for
Okay.
22.
Right. And we're not even talking about the YouTube TV part of it, which is,
No.
yeah, that's a whole nother level.
YouTube TV, they got people on lock with YouTube TV. I was like, come on,
That's,
y'all.
yeah,
Y'all
that's another level.
You could have, to give people YouTube Premium inside the YouTube TV. They're not doing it.
Yeah. They know what they're doing. They had, they have people in studies and they do research on this about why they do the pricing. But let's get back to this experience of how has it been online. And I want to, before we do that, I wanted to see if anybody was, have you been online? Have you seen the thing? I'm trying to talk around it because I don't want to mention the thing that happened because it's not, I want to talk about the marketing part of it, which I discovered.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about the marketing part. I see stuff that pops up. I know if I tap on a particular item, it's going to bring more of that item into
Right.
my feed, and I didn't want it in my feed.
Exactly, because it was all over. If you wanted to find something, it was there.
Right.
Some places removed it, but we're in a place where if you post it, it gets screenshot immediately or saved or whatever, so you can't really die. So you got it. Well, you can't really move away from it. So you have to pretty much curate your feed, is what I'm talking about. So
Right.
I'm basing this on Facebook because I really do not. I've said before, I really do not go on Facebook. I call it proper, the blue icon where babies and birthdays and wish my daughter happy. I can't. So, but I went on that. I don't know why. I just wanted to. And then the things started coming and I started seeing things where people were saying this and that. And I was like, oh my goodness, I've been following you for a long time. I didn't know XYZ. So I'm going to have to use one of these tools because I don't want to see that. I like to curate my feed. And a lot of people will say, well, that is sticking your head in the sand. No, it's not, because I didn't want to see any of that was floating around. I didn't want to see that. So if I gotta block you, unfriend, I think Facebook has block, unfriend, mute,
Unfollow.
Sleep. They have a sleep for 30 days. They have a
mute.
Yes, they have they have levels, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
It may be confusing, but it's like in this situation, I was like, okay, I appreciate all those tools. So I was like, I got to do what I got to do. And because I want to curate my feed. Right. Getting back to the interest of I like this, that, and the other. But what I saw was when I started liking, I saw one post that popped up. I forgot what it was, some page. And I was like, oh, I like that. So I liked it and shared it. And then did some other things, came back into Facebook, and there was more of it from different pages. And I was like, I kind of like this. Because I know if I get too much of this one thing, if I always say golf, jewelry, cooking. If I get too much of that, I know to go and search for something. Oh, I know I'm getting too much of this kind of content. Let me go search for something. I remember I saw XYZ and I searched for it, engage with it, and that kind of gives you a refresh. And I think I have to look and see if Facebook might have a tool or something that allows you to reset. I know Instagram has one that you can reset your explore tab. There's been talk of that. Okay. But I'm just saying that this, I see what's going on as far as the algorithm, as far as visibility for business owners, because it's being the follower versus the, okay, we're non-followers. It's non-followers now. It doesn't matter about the followers. To this week is truly the end of, and I saw this a lot because I was a lot of people that I follow, entrepreneurs and things. They have Facebook pages, they have Instagram, they're pretty much everywhere. So if I see, I saw a couple where they were saying their personal opinions, and it may have aligned or may not have, but they stuck by the guns. And so I saw some people that were worried about, oh, if I say this, I'm going to lose followers. Or I said this and I lost a bunch of followers, sad face or whatever. I was like, celebrate that. Because you just separated the wheat from the what is it, chaff?
The chaff, yeah.
Your business. You can't carry everybody. Everybody's not your customer. And if you're saying something that you feel personally, truly, authentically, not something from a hate side or whatever, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying you as a business owner saying how you feel. And I've seen a lot of people who have come out and said, well, I feel this as a Christian. I feel this as a duh. I feel that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I saw I lost followers. So, okay. Those people are not what you need. Because I've seen the people that I follow, they said very strongly, and I was like, thumbs up. Because I knew who they were before this week.
Right.
Because I followed them for a reason.
Right. And what did your mom say? Not everybody's going to like you.
Well, so mom said not everybody's going to like you. You got to get good with that. As business owners, you got to set in that. Why do you want everybody to be your customer? Why?
And you can't serve everybody. I want 1 million followers. Okay. Why? Can you handle? Okay.
I can give you 1 million followers. There'll be bots. Will they buy?
Can you handle 10,000 followers?
But most of them will be bots.
But can you service that with your system?
Your business. You want people that buy. Customers that buy are aligned with your message. How do they align with your message? You present your message that is truly authentically you. Because that way, when things happen and the world goes crazy and things upside down and you say what you truly feel, your core followers are going to ride with you. I'm not saying about agreeing. I'm saying that they know you before the incident.
And they know you and some of your core people may not even care that you said whatever you said because they knew you and they know your opinion.
I saw a lot of, and just one or two particular entrepreneurs, I saw a lot of their fans like, yeah, you did that. It was a lot of agreeing and thumbs up because this entrepreneur message was so on point and clear that it connected with their audience before all of this. When they first started or whenever they figured out and got clear on their messaging.
Right.
Whether it was, and that's what I mean about the playing it safe. A lot of people are coming on because they want everybody to be their customer. So they're like, oh, I'm not going to rock the boat. I'm not going to say how I truly feel. I'm going to pretend. So a lot of that was fallout from this week. That I saw a lot of, oh, I didn't know this person felt that way. Oh, this person felt that way. Good. Then there's people coming in who aren't customers or followers or in the target audience arguing with the people who are fans. Like, I've been a fan for like 5 years. Don't come in here talking to me about this person is wrong or that person is wrong. You take your stuff and leave. And I saw a lot of that. From the entrepreneurs themselves, they were like, bye, you can go. Because they know who their customer is. They've been real, presenting themselves, matter of factly, before it all. And they had a strong, clear messaging about who they are, what they do, and how they serve. Like Fran says, how they serve. Once you do that, there's no fear of losing followers. Oh, people are gonna unsubscribe from my mailing list. So let them. Those aren't your customers. They were never aligned with you and what you're trying to present online. See?
Yep.
And now we're in a space where social media is like, okay, you get more of something. I mean, the users, they get more of something when they like something. So those on say one side or the other, if they liked content that somebody said that aligned and agreed with their messaging, no matter where it was, positive or negative, they got more of it this week.
Yep.
And the bonus, they got exposed to people they never saw before.
That too.
So as a business online, what do you want? You want everybody to like you? Or you want the people that align with your messaging to follow you? I call it Pied Piper. And I'm not talking positive or negative. I'm just saying your messaging, no matter how it is presented. So you're going to curate your feed and you're going to stay away from messaging that doesn't align with you.
This
And
is
you're
really
going to give signals.
This is good because someone saw my website and reached out and said, okay, we'd like to have you come in, be a speaker, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, hold on. One, how did you find me? And I'm glad you saw my website or whatever.
Right.
But then I was like, does their message align with mine if I decide to do this?
Right.
I was like, let me take a look.
Who's your audience? Who's the audience of your audience?
Yes, and would my message mesh with your audience? Yeah. And I was like, and I had to ask some questions, some deep questions.
Yes. And do some research of, what's your socials? What's your website? Go back and do a deep dive. With a website, you could go to the Internet Archive and look at stuff they've done like 10 years ago on the website.
And so, I had my assistant go and, tell me about this company.
Too. Yes.
And they said, well, here's the pluses and here's some possible red flags. I was like, oh.
Okay. There you go. See?
So just don't be jumping at stuff. You're like,
don't jump at the first dollar that's waved in front of you.
Yeah, no. Mark has a comment. He said, in my world, if you're not making someone uncomfortable, you're playing too small. Not as an intention, but because we are standing strong in who we are. Brighter the light, darker the shadow.
Agree, Mark. Agree. But there's some people that have a fear naturally as humans. They have a fear of losing the, whatever it is, or not being able to gain what it is they want to gain. And I'm like, I agree with you.
Well, okay. So there are some people who still have that people pleaser thing. Where everybody got to like me. And if they don't like me, oh my gosh, what's wrong?
They want to be homecoming king and queen. We're not in that era. We're in the non-follower era of talk about what it is that you talk about. Have the experience to talk about it. I don't mean, you go to college, or I'm saying you have the experience, the knowledge, whether it's built over 30 years or you went to college, whatever it is. Then you make sure that messaging gets clear and created in a way to attract the people you want to attract. Not everybody. See, this is the part where it's like, I saw a lot of that. But I also saw on the other end, like I follow a couple of people that didn't say anything. And I'm like, that's cool. Because I'm like, I know you're not going to say anything. I'm not looking for you to validate what I need validated. And I get that on my own. Then I saw some other people that were like, they did this during the George Floyd situation, or they did this in a previous whatever situation. And they said what they said and they stood on business. That's the saying. Stood on business. Whether they took the arrows, they did not play small. Thank you, Mark. They did not play small. They did not play it safe because they knew who they were and what they were doing online and who they're serving.
Right, and then and it's okay.
It's okay for them because they know who their audience. They know clearly the messaging And if it hits with a certain group of people, because they've been doing it. So those who have somehow got exposed to their message and they come in not knowing anything, saying stuff, not expecting the person to say anything back, like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like the customer's always right. Not always. If they're wrong, call them out. But you have to stand in, I did XYZ to please you. I bent over backward to please you, but you're still coming in my Yelp, my TripAdvisor, whatever, saying negative stuff that's not true. So I'm gonna call you out. That's what I mean. The reputation management
Yeah.
of it all. So
Yeah.
seeing the things that I saw from the people that I followed before this did not offend me. Okay. The people that were putting out a generic message. Now those people, they were, they surprised a lot of people and they got a lot of unfollows and a lot of this and that. But again, if you stand in that message, be okay with it. Know that people were going to unfollow you and say things and say whatever. I was like, be Captain America and get that shield. Your business owner, put that shield up. Everybody ain't going to like you. Everybody ain't going to like your cookies. Some people might tell you your cookies, they taste horrible. Some people might go, oh, it's a beautiful baby. Oh, look at that baby. We talked about the ugly babies. I keep thinking about the Seinfeld thing. They're like the baby. Everybody ain't gonna like your baby. And be okay with that. But we're in an era now, social media wise, and I'm talking about organic. I'm talking about organic content, organic posting, not paid. Because you could, do your paid thing. You're going to hit who you want to hit and you'll be fine. I mean, organically, because we're in a place where I want all my followers to see my posts because organically I'm not getting an engagement. And you're being told things aren't the same as they were before. Now, any questions about this? Because I want to present some stuff talk about some stuff that my assistant Jessica pulled up for me.
Yeah, because perhaps the reason why they're not getting the engagement is the cookies don't taste good.
Yeah. And people been telling them that baby is pretty when it's not.
So people been lying to you and you've been believing the lie.
Well. So with Jessica, I've been using the voice part of it a lot. So I just want to read what I put in.
Okay.
Because of the situation that we were in, and I went to Facebook and I saw what I saw, I had a thought. So I gave the thought to Jessica and I wanted to see what she was going to tell me. So here was the thought I put in. I think about the changes that generative AI will bring to marketing strategy all the time. My feeling is due to the algorithms that people will only see the things that they have liked or engaged with on social media, because that is how the algorithms work. They will not see any new brands or businesses at all. Is this a reasonable thought? Now this is my thing that I pulled out of my head. I was like, okay. And this is something people might be thinking about. Well, AI is just going to show me what I'm trying to think of the word. Being in a content silo, only seeing the things that you like. You're not open to new experiences, that kind of thing that you're trying to say, that you're just interacting, engaging with the stuff that you like. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Well, you're not open to new things. Well, maybe
I don't play baseball. I like basketball.
But see, here we are. If you're online, you're going to get exposed to things, companies, brands that you've never heard of. Why? Because that's how the algorithm is designed. There's a part of it, and it's in here. I'm going to bring it up. There's a part of what platforms do, because they know they cannot keep showing. They cannot serve you lasagna every night. You love lasagna.
But
you're not going to eat it every night.
Look, you're going to get tired of it after a minute.
Yes. And what happens when you get tired of it? You push it away, you go from the table, or you don't go to that restaurant anymore. So they're like, we can't have users leave us because of dissatisfaction or they're not happy. So every once in a while, you come in and you say, let me get that lasagna. You go, well, the waiter goes, the chef got a special just for you. You want to hear about it? You tell you about it, and you're like, Yeah, let me try that. That's what they do. They serve, and then they go, okay, here's something you never thought of. Here's somebody you never saw. You might be interested in it. I want to see how you do with it. I want to see your interaction with it. Will you like it? Will you follow? Will you comment? Will you engage? Those are the touch points. Okay.
That has happened.
Yes, that's where we are. So there's a part of it.
Mark has another comment. He said, listen, I know that your assistant Jessica may be efficient, but she comes across as a little cold to me. I don't know what it is.
Well, what I read was me talking. I haven't said anything that she said. That was me. My thought.
Asking the question.
Right, yeah. Right. That was me. So what the answer was, that's a really sharp observation, and you're not wrong to be concerned, but it's not the whole picture. Let me break it down for you. So Jessica told me how algorithms work. Content you're shown interest in, like, comments, shares, watch time. I forgot about that one. With video, it's all about watch time. Content similar to what you engage with, topics, formats, and creators. New content the algorithm thinks you might like, because if it only showed you the same accounts, you get bored and leave. There you have it. There you have it. These are built in. It's not just going to serve you lasagna, pizza, the kids like fish sticks and chicken nuggets. That kid going to be like, yo, can I get something other than a Happy Meal? Can I get something else, Mom?
No more fish sticks and nuggets.
I can't take it. So they know that, because the platform's ultimate goal is to keep the users happy, not in the way that the user wants it. Give me, I want chronological, show my stuff to all my followers. When Meta is going, well, what are you talking about? I told you years ago that we were moving away from friends and family. Why aren't you listening? And then Adam gets on his, Paul Adam, he's working hard. He gets on his Instagram and he comes back every time. Even though these people throw arrows and slings and their pitchforks, he comes back and go, oh, I know we're trying to help. And I'm like, poor guy. Because a CEO doesn't have to do that, everybody.
And he don't care.
He can just stay numb. He can numb. He can just stay mute. He don't know how to talk to us.
But you know what? He still shows up and he still does what he does in spite of the arrows and pitchforks and stuff and the flames that are coming at him. He doesn't care, because he's doing for the good of the company and for us too.
Bottom line, you have to keep the users happy, because the user have to use the app. Why?
Right. What was it? Was Steve Jobs or somebody said sometimes the customer don't know what they want.
They don't. And who was that? Henry Ford that said if people wanted, he said something about more horses or faster, something. I forgot what
Henry Ford
said about if I went by what the customer wanted,
they would want a faster horse.
I forgot what it's, something like that. We got to look up the quote, because you can't. They may say, "Oh, we want this," but these companies know, they have research. They have whole research development departments, people that is their job psychologically to go, the customer might say this, but they really want that. So we're going to give them that, not what they asked for. See? You can't please everybody. Everybody's not your customer. You cannot please everybody. And we're clearly there. Clearly. All right, so let me get back to what Jessica has told me. So while personalization creates a filter bubble, discovery is still baked in. So the example was TikTok's For You page and YouTube's suggested videos thrive on introducing you to new brands and creators that match your past behavior patterns. That's because a happy customer is a customer that stays and comes back and buys with you over and over and tells everybody how great you are. And that brings you new customers, and that keeps customer satisfaction. That's what it is, really. That's what it is. I don't know how more to explain. I know we understand it, but there's going to be the faction of I've lost follower, and I'm like, that doesn't matter. No matter how you spin it to me, no matter how you look at it, that's not where we are.
That whole follower thing is we got 10,000 followers, and how many of them
Okay.
10 have bought something from you?
What's your sales like? Show me your sales. Oh, I got 1 million views on my reel. So you get 1 million sales? You get 1 million in sales? Show me that. Oh,
So
that didn't
it,
happen?
so it's not necessarily the amount of followers or views. If whatever those people, when they came across your stuff, they didn't stick. They saw it, but they didn't engage and buy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Mark has a comment there.
He says, even in a world where certain political leaders are encouraging doxing, employer terminations, etc., for expressing their views, we need to decide what is ours to do and who we want to be.
Agreed. See, that's what I mean about the fear part of it. That coming out of what we're coming out of is a lot of people have been getting fired. People that have just said generic stuff, just because we're in a powder keg situation where there's one side that's mad over the other side. So they're making websites to dox people. They're making, I'm going to get you fired. So that inspires a level of fear. And Mark is right. You have to decide what your messaging is.
And you have to stand for your convictions. And if your convictions get you fired, you'd be okay with that. There have been many media news journalists who their convictions got them fired, and now they're on Substack, and now they're on they start their own stuff. And
yeah, a lot of them. One I'm surprised, well, not surprised, Don Lemon did his thing. He went to YouTube. It didn't, was a little rocky in the beginning because, he was still in the mindset of chasing the big thing. Oh, I'm going to be on X with Elon Musk, da. It didn't work out. Had to pivot, and he found his way because now he's on YouTube and Substack and other places, but he's been doing a lot of him. Like, he's talking to people. He's done person on, I keep saying man, I want to say person on the street, live, talking to people, asking them, what do you think about that? And he's been to Baltimore and DC. He's been to New York. He's going around with his, with his producer and a little camera. And he's on YouTube doing live. He's doing his news show twice a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, talk about the news of the day. And he's being himself. Now, he's still bringing the professionalism of when he was on CNN, but he is bringing his, he even went to he was like, what's the thing with the Cracker Barrel? Let me go to, he did a whole live thing with the Cracker Barrel, showing himself going in, looking at the thing, having the meal, and he gave his honest opinion about the food. He even talked to some people behind him. It was like, oh, you don't let me do that. So he was talking to people like that. So I find his news entertaining because it's not, he didn't come on YouTube and say, this is CNN, like he does. He's pretty much leaned into himself as a journalist with all his years of experience of being on news and being on TV and being this and that and knowing what the people want. And he puts his little clips. I love this. He puts his little clips everywhere of him talking to people. And he has the little clips. And I'm like, I love it. Because he showed the, I shouldn't say kid, the young man that followed him, his social media guy, because he was filming everything, and the guy was like, okay, walk over here and walk from the Cracker Barrel and do this and do. So the guy was, and Don was like, why do I gotta do that? Why? And he did it because he listened to the social media person he had, and the clips came out really great. So I was like, yeah, he's kind of leaning into that. There's some other people that you may have known their name on news, you may have watched them on news, and now they're on independent journalism. And Mark is right. A lot of these things are getting, people are shutting it down. I think one of the journalists from Washington Post fired, and somebody on MSNBC. See, you got to lean into what you want to be, who you are. Don goes, I want to do the news, so he's doing the news.
Yep.
And he said, people go, oh well, when are you going to go back on CNN? What?
He probably doesn't want to go back on CNN.
That's 2000, the year 2000 thinking. Why do you need to be on CNN? He's grown I wish I had taken a snapshot of his YouTube before, when he was doing the X stuff versus now. He's gotten a lot of growth. Only doing the things that he knows to do. Because he was like, somebody said something about, oh, you're on the streets of Baltimore in the dirt. He was like, I've been doing this. I've been on the street talking to people. You don't know me. I'm just getting back to my roots of talking to people. He's like, I have not fear, but he was just walking up to people and said, do you mind answering the question? If they didn't want to be on camera, he was like, no, it's okay. And he moved on. Experience. See? Experience. So his news things are very entertaining. He's bringing on social media people. He's talking about news of the day. He knows what stories are hot and what to talk about, but there's no sensationalism of it, because Don is an experienced journalist. He's not the new thing that comes around. They just pick a story and they just start talking about it without any knowledge of. You have to watch what you say, like, for libel and stuff. So he knows that, and he said some things about how some things happened, and he was like, well, this person was told. This is how it works in the news business. He like really broke it down. He was like, this is how they do. If you say this on air, they make you say this. And he said the PR. He really was like, I get to say what I want within reason, and that comes from being an experienced journalist.
So he didn't have to play along. He didn't have to be a parrot.
He didn't have to do what he would say. Oh, the PR would come and say this on air, and you had to say it on air. And he was like, he was talking about that. So he's and okay, here's another complaint that I was like, that he has, and Roland Martin has, is that he starts off with an advertisement of, okay, this company, that company, and then he'll say, well, let's pause for a break. He's got to pay for what he's doing. It's not free.
And see, I don't mind, because I got YouTube premium. So I watch podcasters, and I watch a podcast, and they're going, and I've watched several. What's his name? Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
Okay, I watch his podcast sometime, and some other people, and they break in, and we're going to take a quick break. Yeah, and it doesn't feel like an intrusion when they do that. Now the ads that come up on YouTube feel like an intrusion,
right?
Because I don't know what they are, but a podcast break is just that. You're listening
to this word from our sponsor,
or this, hey, and we'll be right back after.
He says home, but he's experienced in easing it in, because he's done it. The commercial breaks on TV all the time, so he knows how to stop it here and this and that, and bring the conversation back.
And they weren't crazy wild. They were, hey, today our sponsor is ABC company.
Right, that's what he says. Today my sponsor is da 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 da. But he has to do that, because he just can't come on and talk, because he's got people to pay. The people that's working for him are not working for free.
Right. And then they tell you about there's a link in the chat.
Yes. Yeah, go to and everything is go to so-and-so, and there's a code, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully people are buying the things and the items that he's presenting. So, but and they've said this about Roland Martin a lot. Like, he always says, about not donating, supporting Black media. You have to support Black media. These are the ways you can support the Roland Martin experience. And he says PayPal member. He has it crawling on the screen, and he says it and says it. But the people that, oh, well, why are you always begging for money? He was like, because this isn't free. I'm not getting support from the government. I'm not getting support from this and that. I'm trying to get corporate sponsorship, but this is very hard because he says Black media gets less than I forgot what the percentage of versus other media. They're not thought about. So if you want the news story that he brings, you have to support it with funds, with your money. And if you don't want to do that, then don't watch. But what I'm saying is there's the complaint of, why are you always on here begging for money? And I'm like, well, YouTube may be free for you, but it's not. The running of his media company is not free for him. It's still a business. So there's certain things you can sell merch, you can get sponsors, there's certain ways. But I'm just saying that the attitude of you got to do it for free. No, because those are Don Lemon has a business. Don Lemon LLC. Roland has a business. Whoever else, they have a business because they have people that help them produce the news.
So there's like with any business, there are expenses that need to be paid, and income needs to come in.
Yes. Roland has a professional, and he's shown a professional studio and this and that, and he employs people, and he does and he has a lot of student interns, but there are some people that work for him. He got to pay those. There's insurance, there's overhead, there's all kind of things.
Like any other business.
Yes, it's a business, but people think because it's on YouTube that, why are you asking me for money? Well, this isn't your thing, so move on.
And it's a different type of thing, because we were just talking about Disney and their commercials and stuff. It's a little different, but Disney got a whole bunch of backing behind them, and they still running commercials.
Disney it might be a corporation making a lot of money, Disney World, but they have a lot of overhead, a lot of expenses. And you're thinking why you're thinking everything is that cash flow is good over there. It might not be. I don't think it is. But they're running ads.
That's why they run ads. Because they're trying to keep stuff on the air. They're trying to produce new movies. They're trying to do some stuff, and they got to have an income coming in to keep it going.
Yeah, content isn't free. Content production isn't free. It's not free. There's some kind of cost, opportunity cost, time, money, whatever the cost is, whether you're a small business or you're a large corporation like Disney. And that's how corporations work. And so but they do what they got to do. Mark says, I'll put it up. Mark says, Francine and TJ will be right back after these words from Brittany and Todd. Who's Brittany?
Brittany's
Brittany, yes.
Yeah, Brittany.
I was like, who? Okay, so let me, oops. I just touched something on my screen. Sorry. So I wanted to, bring this little part before we wrap it up. But Jessica always did something about a discovery shift, follower error versus non-follower error involving the AI. So it was about content distribution, follower error, reach was tied mostly to how many followers you had. You posted, it appeared in your followers feed. Growth equals get more followers, then you get more reach. In the AI and non-follower error, which is now, reach is tied to content performance signals, watch time, saves, comments, shares. I mentioned that a couple times. The percentage of impressions that often go to non-followers. Growth equals make content that resonates outside of your follower base. And we're going to talk about that a little bit, because I was doing some stuff. I was working with Jessica on that I forgot what I was going to call it, but it's something about strangers. So now you got to make content for people that don't know you at all. That's another shift that we got to talk about. We'll talk about that. And I'm glad that she put that up. Okay. So number 2 was user experience. Follower error. Feeds were chronological or lightly curated. Users mainly saw brands people they chose to follow. Discovery was limited to word of mouth or explicit search. That means that you typed in the name of the brand or the company. AI and non-follower era is feeds are fully algorithmic. Users see a mix. Some accounts they follow, plus many they don't. That was the main argument or complaint when Facebook first switched from friends and family. Like, who is this person and why are they in my feed? That's because the algorithm AI was like, okay, and we said this is somebody you might want to look at. Do you like it? Yes or no? You said yes, you got more. You said no, poof, poof, it went away. Discovery is predictive. The algorithm suggests what you like before you search for it, based on the signals that you set before. Now, the role of generative AI in the follower era. Search was keyword based. If you didn't rank in Google, you were invisible. I don't agree with that, but this is what Jessica is giving me. AI and non-follower era. Search is conversational. People ask questions like, what's the best Instagram strategy, or what's the best restaurant near me? They ask instead of general stuff, they ask it pertaining to them, and it was semantic search, which is more of I'm talking to a person than typing in robotic keywords.
Correct.
Right. So now they're saying brands must optimize for AI SEO, being quotable, cited, clear, structured. We talked about the AI SEO part of it because people are using AI more to search for things and the way that it's coming back. But that's another growing area where people are saying what they know, but it's not structured yet. It's still early days with that.
Yeah, they keep trying to put a harness on it, like a horse harness on it. And that horse is like, no, we shall not have this. And
it's not linear, right? They're trying to make it linear and it's not.
And AI is going to do what AI does.
AI going to branch into a million things. And that really, that drives some people a little crazy. I understand the craziness part of it, but then this is, again, like Mark said, you got to know who you are, who you want to be. What is your purpose? Be clear.
Right.
And that will keep you on the right path. So the bottom line from this, in the follower era, your follower count was your ceiling. In the AI non-follower era, your content quality and discoverability are your ceiling. That means that you got to work on discoverability. You got to make sure that you are making content that is going to get you discovered. We can't rely on the generic, I'm posting this because my followers, da. You're making, somebody doesn't know anything about me, my business. How would I give them content? Because this is where things are going. Content is being showed to non-followers in order. I think we talked about a match. Did we talk about something about matching?
Yeah, you did.
I'm trying to remember. Because that's what AI job is, to match. I gotta go back and make sure I watch that again.
And it does a really good job. It said, well, you said you like the spinach quiche, and so I'm bringing you the quiche, and I'm bringing you the frittata, and perhaps you'd like this. It's doing, because you said that's what you enjoyed.
Yeah. So the last word Jessica has is your strategy is design every post, blog, or video to survive the discovery test, so algorithms have no choice but to keep introducing you to new people. And then you turn that attention into trust, leads, and sales, because that's what the business is about. We don't care about how it's like, okay, how can I get it to fit into my strategy to where I get the sale at the end? If I got to twist and turn and take 5 steps, I'm going to take the 5 steps. If they are not showing everything, the platform is not showing all my content to followers, I got to pivot to what are they doing? What are they doing? They're showing content to strangers, to people who don't know you. So you got to make content for that now. The followers will follow you. If they've been following you, say they followed you 5-10 years ago, they're following you now. That was my example for today. Like when I went on Facebook and saw all the people, entrepreneurs that I follow, and the things they were saying, it didn't shock me. I was like, okay, good. I knew this person was going to say it in this way. I knew this person was going to say it that way, because when the last thing happened, they said it in a certain way, because that's why I follow them, because I found them from the last time and they said something that aligned with me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to see what you're about.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they came out this week and said that took their stand, I was like, okay, thumbs up, like this, that, and that. Because I knew who they were. They showed me before. But there are people out there that are hiding behind, and for whatever reason, I'm not blaming them. They think to play it safe, to be generic, because everybody's mad. I don't want to offend anyone. Wow. You can be yourself without offending people. You might
Mm-hmm.
offend the people that don't know you, but the people that do know you, you won't offend. I've seen it. Proof. So don't play it safe. Like Mark says, where is it? Express your views. You need to decide what is ours to do and who we want to be. Because there's a lot of communities that do that every day. They're out doing and saying what they got to say, no matter what. Being true to themselves, because that's all you can be. They've been through situations where it's like, we already know the deal. We're gonna say and do what we gotta say, because we've been here before you got here this week. We've been in that spot. But when you try to come as a business and say, well, I can't offend anyone, I'm not saying lay everything out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the thing that you believe in, stick with it. Don't be afraid of somebody's not going to follow me, or they're going to come and say, well, I'm not following you anymore. You're not fun. I'm not your person. I'm not. Hey, it's all good.
You want chocolate chip walnut cookies, but you over here in the macaroon store. You in the wrong place. Your cookies are over there.
You're vegetarian in the meat eater section and getting mad. Go to the vegetarian section, please, because the meat eaters over here are quite happy with the meat. I mean, you might want to come over and say, you could say your thing or whatever, but don't get mad with all of that, because hey, you guys should come over here and do this. No, we're good over here. And for the opposite side of it, they're good over there.
Right. And it's okay. Mark has another comment. He says, for some, your very existence will be offensive to them. Do what is yours to do and stop worrying about them.
It's because they're trying to convince you to come over to their side. That's what I'm saying. You could be a vegetarian, but don't come over to the meat eater, the steakhouse, convincing and trying to pull everybody to come and eat your food. I got a vegan restaurant over there. You guys, this is, and they come up with the whole reason, unhealthy, all of that. Well, the meat eater is like, well, that's not convincing me. So Mark is right. It's like they're offended because, well, I don't feel the same as you. No, I'm good over here. You should be good over there. Now, stop trying to drag me over to your side. No.
There was, if you want them to come and taste what you have, you need to make it appetizing.
Cookies gotta taste good, like friends.
Yes. And if you're trying to get a meat eater to become vegetarian, you need to have a veggie burger that tastes good, tastes like meat. Just saying.
That impossible stuff is not having a good day. I think I might have said I tried. I was like, ooh, it tasted good. The first bite was great, but at the end, it was like something. No, it just no.
You got to get the right one, and you put it. It's
they got to work on it. They got to work on that. That finish is not there.
Yeah, some of the other people. I think some of the other people have it together, but yeah.
They got some more work to do if they want the people, the meat eaters, to leave the restaurant.
Marcel Ferky has entered the Butterball chat. Conflict man.
And what gets me is they're always like, oh, it tastes just like meat.
Does it really?
No, meat tastes like meat.
And it's
Sorry.
okay.
But
That
see,
is why when you go to an event, they have the vegetarian option and they have the meat eaters option.
yes, but for some reason the vegetarians get mad because you're eating meat. No, 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 no. I understand your concern, but this is not how you get me to stop eating meat.
And you
You're
don't tell me
totally
all the
wrong.
scientific things and all of that. That's not going to, no.
It's the and Mark is, I know Mark was being funny, but this is right. They're trying to force us to no, you can't drag me from this side to the other side because I'm right and you're wrong. No, no, we're not doing that.
Mark said it
I'm
tastes
sorry
like
to the
meat.
vegetarians. We're not. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just
No,
trying to
it's
make
not
a
that. It tastes like meat to
contrast.
those who haven't eaten meat for so long that they forgot
Right.
how meat tastes.
Yeah. It's just, I'm just trying to make a contrast that if I'm happy over here in my little thing, I'm happy. I understand that you're saying this is health reasons, this is that and that, but it's a longer conversation than you coming to the meat to the steakhouse and dragging people or standing out. There's an approach that you have to do to things. And also a part of this, thank you, Mark, is you have to be yourself from day one. You have to say, this is what I believe. This is how I want to present it. Now, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about racist hate speech. I'm not talking about
Mm-mm.
that because that wrong is wrong. I'm talking about those who want to come out as business owners and want to appease. I'm not going to upset anybody. I'm going to keep my stuff to myself. And that's okay. But what I'm saying is when you lose followers or you lose this or that or sales or whatever, and you go, what happened? Because you're trying to please everybody. You can't do that. Everybody ain't your customer. Everybody ain't going to like you. So you got to make a stand and you got to present your case and your message the best way you can. You don't want to offend, but also you're not going to take offense.
Nope.
You want respect, you got to give respect. That's what this is. So you do it in a way. And like I said, I'm the people that I saw, they stuck to the thing that they were okay. They were like, they posted their things and they said what they had to say. A lot of it very, very eloquently. And but people coming in, oh, you can't think that way. You can't say that. Yes, I can.
He said, I love vegetarians. Eat those veggies. You don't need a role. You don't need a role play as a meat eater with faux meats to be accepted. Do you, boo?
Agree, Mark. Agree. I love veggies. I love veggies too. It's just you're trying to force us to be it's extremes. I guess what we're saying. But what I'm saying is, whenever I see things like things going on, I always try to look. I see the marketing part of it. I see the strategy part of it. I see this is your business strategy. You don't play it safe unless you can do that, but you're going to lose followers. Why? And then I'm talking about these are the people that go, well, why? Why don't you love? Well, everybody should love me. Well, because you're not standing for anything. And I'm not saying you got to go out and protest and, all this and that. I'm just saying present yourself, present your message as you want the business to be presented. Stick with that. Say what you have
Mm-hmm.
to say, even when there's things going on like it is now. Stand in your conviction. The people that stood with you before will stand with you after. Be
Yep.
secure in that. Sorry, my throat is going. Be secure in that.
Yeah.
And I think I said before a couple times, a lot of people ask me, should I say anything? Did you say anything before? You don't have to say anything. You can let this blow over. You don't have to speak. You could just take a break. Somebody asks you something, say, well, I really don't want to comment on it because XYZ. And let that stand. Say that and stand in it. It's okay. It's okay not to say anything. It's okay to say things. I'm just saying that you stand by your. This is where brand voice comes. It's so important developing your brand voice. It's so important to know your brand voice because you're going to say that no matter what happens. You're going to say it and you're going to stand in your conviction. And the people that followed you before will keep following you.
Yeah, Mark says knowing your niche is more than knowing your product or
Thank you,
service.
Mark. That's perfect. I love that.
So you need to know who you are and don't become like some movie in the 30 where the dude lost his identity, didn't know who he was, didn't
Right.
realize he had a whole bankroll behind him. But because if you don't know who you are, you don't know what you have.
Right. I love that. But see, the thing about social media, there's a lot of people following other people cosplaying. And like I said before about Gary Vaynerchuk, like a lot when he first came, was popular, everybody was talking like him, doing like him, copying it. I was like, no, that's not going to work for you because you're not him. You have to be you.
And it turned, one guy was doing that. I'm like, I can't follow you because you don't even know who you are.
I know that's not you because that's somebody else. I know that's not you. So when you find out who you are, I might come back or we might cross paths.
Right.
But if we don't, be okay with it. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So Jessica and TJ have brought us some really good information today. And we want to.
What is something, Mark? What's that,
Mark is talking about Harry. You mean Harry Penderluck isn't original?
Who's Harry Penderluck?
Okay, Mark.
Explain that one. I'm confluxed.
Well, Mark is telling us who Harry Penderluck is. You can connect with TJ by going to cherryjohnsononline.com/info. To get information, to connect with her so that you can get answers to your question. He said it's a Gary
play on the words. Thank you, Mark. I was like, ooh.
Okay. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Connect with TJ. She's got more insight on how you can maneuver in the digital marketing and social marketing realm. You need the dynamics are changing. AI is coming in and making some new paths and things, and you need to be ready. So get with her so that she can help you understand the dynamics. And if you want to become a part of the Bizchicks community, we are almost forgot where we were, Terry.
Yeah.
So you can join Bizchicks by texting Biz to 33777, or you can go to bizchicks.net wherever it is on here.
Yeah, bear with us, guys.
We're having fun. Bizchicks.net is the other place that you can go. Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. So you can go to bizchicks.net.
Yay!
And we'll be happy to help you. As a matter of fact, on September 25th, we have an event coming up, and you are more than welcome to join. It's free. Let me see if I can do this. And we're going to be talking about 5 ways to use AI to save some time in your business, at least 10 hours. It's a free workshop. It's a lunch and learn. So I'll put the link over there for you in the comments, and it'll also be in the description after this video. But you're invited to join us. There's no charge. Come spend some of your lunch with us. It is that's a Thursday from 1 to 2 Pacific Standard Time.
Okay.
But TJ will be back here next Tuesday. She's going to be bringing us some more. She's bringing the heat, people. Don't get caught, because TJ has been all spot on with her predictions. And it's not like she's predicting some woo-hoo. No, she has done her study, and she's watching the trends. She's sitting in the rooms. She's doing the things.
And getting my assistant to put my thoughts together.
Yep. And then she's
Love it.
helping us because we can't do some of all of the, what is that? All of the, oh, that's pretty good. I just learned they got a new
Oh,
trick.
okay.
I just learned something over here. Anyway, we can't do everything, and we can't be everywhere because we have to run our business. So she goes and does a deep dive for us. So that means you need to check out next Tuesday, come and see her, and we'll be back here with some more. And then on Friday,
Yep.
Friday.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was because I touched a button. Friday, we will be back here with Tech Life Weekly, where we get weekly updates, so you'll know what tech is on the horizon.
Yeah, don't
Sometimes
miss
there-
this Friday because there's some TikTok news.
Uh-oh.
Come on back now because we got to talk about it.
Yep. So come on back. Coach Karen will be here tomorrow. Robin will be here on Thursday. And then again on Friday, we will be here talking TikTok.
Yep. We got it. Well,
This
it'll
is
be
gonna
boiling
good.
over by Friday.
Yeah. So everybody, will see you soon. Thank you for tuning in live and on the replay. And remember, we're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. And like Terry says, it's okay to make money in your business. So go to the front of your own line. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.